Heard of genetically modified organisms, are also known as GMOs. Alright, so some of you, but the real question is, do you know that they're in your everyday products such as soda, corn, rice, potatoes, tomatoes, oils, and many more? So according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, a GMO is an organism whose genome has been altered in order to favor expression in psychological traits or the output of the desired product. I went to Hawaii last year, and they were having multiple riots and such sort of GMOs and why you shouldn't eat them. So when I went there, I wanted to get more insight on what it was. So I researched it, and I'm really into eating healthy and whatnot. So from then on, I've been trying to keep on the non-GMO diet, excuse me. So you guys may see online or even on television that being healthy is trending recently. So today I'm going to give you some insight on why you shouldn't eat GMOs. So I'm going to show you how they're unhealthy as well as they have an unnatural genetic contamination. So I'm going to start off by telling you how they're how GMOs are unhealthy for you. So health problems have increased after GMOs were introduced in 1996. Genetically modified foods have undergone little long-term safety on humans. They have done several animal tests and to show the negative health effects. A major study that was recently conducted with lab rats was used as a major pesticide, glyphosate, was found to cause birth defects in the rats. Also in 2007, an independent study proved Roundup with induced sterility, which had a decline in your fertility, so unable to have children in these animals. More studies show organ damage, gastrointestinal and immune system disorders, as well as accelerated aging and infertility. Also, the American Academy of Environmental Medicine urges doctors to prescribe non-GMO diets to their patients. Some of the human studies that they have conducted show that genetically modified foods leave bacteria behind inside you and can lead to long-term problems. Genetically modified corn, for example, has a toxic insecticide that has been found in blood of pregnant women and their unborn fetuses. Also, according to the Institute Responsible Technology, they state that Americans with 3 or more chronic illnesses jumped from 7% to 13% in 9 years, which increased their food allergies, disorders such as autism, reproductive disorders, digestive problems, and they were all on the rise as well after that study. They conclude that medical groups condemn the use of genetically modified and bovine hormone growth, which is in cows, and it's the milk from the cows that have more of the hormone, which is that hormone is linked to cancer, so it's not good for you. These studies aren't conclusive, but they show the potential dangers that genetically modified foods have on you. So I'm going to go on to now talk about how they have GMOs have an unnatural genetic contamination as well. So releasing any foreign genetic mutation into the wild can have unpredictable consequences. GMOs cross-pollinate and their seeds do travel. It's impossible to try to clean up the gene pool, but the effects will outlast global warming and even nuclear waste. This is huge, obviously, and can threaten the potential health for our future generations. GMO contamination has also caused economic losses for non-GMO farmers and who struggle from keeping their crops pure. This is through cross-contamination, and it affects the neighboring organic plants. A Spanish study conducted by Rosa Binimelis, found out that genetically modified maize has caused a drastic reduction in organic cultivations of this grain, and it's making its coexistence nearly impossible. So overall, research studies show that genetically modified foods, they serve 2 purposes, neither of which to feed the masses or to increase crop yield on a long-term basis, but to poison the food supply, which increases cancer, inflammation, disease, organ failure, and premature death. The non-GMO project states that Americans are now choosing to opt out of the GMO experiment by not eating GMO foods. And I'm sure you're all thinking, you know, we're college students, you know, it's expensive to eat organic and whatnot, but for your health, what would you risk? I would, you know, rather, you know, eat healthy and to have long life. So, I can ensure this product will ensure health and a long living life.